do you doom scroll Twitter? I've spoken to a few startup founders lately, and it seems to be something that a lot of people go to when things get hard and tiring as a startup founder. Now, my name is Jess, and I'm the founder of the Scale Up Performance Program, and I'm a certified high performance coach. So do you doom scroll to, just to find perhaps something to laugh at because it feels tiresome and frustrating perhaps in your business, and you just want to give yourself a break, just want to find something uplifting, something that feels good. And there's nothing wrong with that, except when it gets in the way of our productivity. Now, in high performance, what we do is we observe our own behavior and our habits to see, okay, is this something that I want to continue doing, or do I want to replace it with something else and something that is more productive or more positive? And recently I put a poll out on LinkedIn, and I asked this question about, okay, and also I have it in my Scale Up Performance scorecard, this question of, do you feel that you should be or need to be more productive if you're going to make it at scale up level? And about 75% of people said, yes, I do need to be more productive. So what is it that gets in the way? I think in these new and different times, there is really, we need to think about different ways of doing things. And from my perspective, it is about how can we approach this not so much from a thinking side, from perhaps adding more doing habits in, but more to come at it more from our left brain kind of side. And one of my good friends, a startup founder, he actually suggested to me, Jess, why don't you put in a question into the scorecard that asks, do you give yourself self-appreciation? Do you give yourself self-love? And because he said, sometimes when it feels heavy, it's just because I'm not appreciating myself. I'm not appreciating the hard work that I'm doing and how far I've come. And I thought that was a great idea. So I've added that in, and I've been surprised at how many people say, no, I don't do that, but I would like to do more of it. So when I take people through Scale Up Performance, there's 4 principles that I work to. The first one is performance, which is about the founder's habits, high performance habits in his or her day today. Second one is people. How do we integrate high performance into the culture of the startup, even if it's small? The third one is potential, which is about how we link the tech roadmap to the goals of the people in the business, so that there is a common focus and everyone's kind of going in the right direction, or in the directionally aligned. And the last one is peak. And peak is about scale up leadership. Like, how do you, as a startup, lead a scale up? And it's a really fantastic program, and it gives exact sort of frameworks and steps that you can follow. My suggestion is that if you find yourself doom scrolling, then perhaps it's time to give yourself a boost of self-love, a boost of self-appreciation. And use that as a way to be uplifting. Use that as a way to re-energize yourself. Because in high performance, what we focus a lot on is practicing our ability to generate the kind of energy that we want or need to have to be able to be performing above norm over the long term. And one of the ways to generate our own energy is to give ourselves that time for self-appreciation and self-love. So for me, here are 4 steps that I would definitely recommend you try, as perhaps some different strategies to help you get out of any doom scrolling that you might be finding yourself falling into. And the first one is schedule in some rest in your day. Okay, it's great to do things in the mornings and things after work, but if you can actually schedule in some quick rest times in your day, then you are more likely to make it, I guess, to the end of the day and still having enough energy to be able to come home to your family and to your partner and be loving and connected and really feel that you can sit there and pay attention without being too tired. That's number one. Number two is to listen to wisdom teachings. Okay, for some people, that's going to mean to listen to those business gurus who've made it, and who a lot of them share really great, I guess, wisdom that they've learned on their journey of what they wish they had done and what they recommend other people doing. For other people, it's going to have more of a spiritual kind of focus, where listening to a guru and listening to some kind of philosophy that is uplifting and that kind of is an opportunity to give yourself some self-love. A lot of them do speak to having empathy and compassion for yourself. Third thing that you can do is to actually go to gatherings that has a positive message as its main focus. So again, different things for different people. For some, it may be to go to tech meetups and to just immerse yourself in, speaking to other founders, coming up with great ideas, learning from others. That's going to be for some people. For other people, it might be a sporting thing of some kind, where there is a lot of positive people that are uplifting for you, that feels like it's uplifting for you. And again, for other people, again, it's going to be more of perhaps of a spiritual community that fills up your sense of that self-love and self-appreciation. And the fourth thing, which again is something that I highly recommend, it's not for everyone, is to actually step into some kind of physical discipline. So, doing something like, jujitsu or karate or yoga, where you are physically moving your body. There's discipline involved, but there's also a wisdom teaching as part of the whole kind of process, as a way to keep ourselves fit, but also to get that positive messaging. That's, and personally, that's something that I do, is to go to yoga classes with really good teachers that are teaching a good class, but also shares and challenges my way of thinking of how I'm operating in my day, and to, incorporate more of that kind of self-love and self-appreciation in a really practical way. So, we live in different times, and yes, it can feel that when we're starting out, it's all about that grit and hustle and hard work. But I truly believe that it's time for a different approach. So hopefully this was helpful for you. I'd love to know, share with me your thoughts on this particular topic. But from a high performance perspective, I think here's a great opportunity for you to focus on. That's it for me. Have a great rest of your day.